Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 3240 of the XBA and PST Full English Podcast Stroke Vidcast. Bang! We're back.
You don't say the numbers with any confidence whatsoever.
Well, because you did it reverse, and that just threw me off.
Oh, is it supposed to be the other way around?
3240.
Alright.
Fucking hell. There you go, like 30 seconds before our first swear word as well. Hello everybody, welcome back. It's been a few weeks and we apologise, but I'm blaming Lee. I am Dan Webb, the host for the most, and I'm joined by Mr. Rich Walker, the stalker from Menorca.
Volcanic filtration.
See, mine's from Perthshire. It's been bottled at Saucerich.
Hold on.
Is it full of volcanicity?
I think mine's Highland. Mine's Highland spring water.
Look at us, healthy with our water.
I know, it's got bubbles in it though.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So I'm joined by the stalker from Menorca, Richard Walker.
Hello.
And oh god,
Go on.
the
what?
Bradley
No.
from
no, it's the
Lee from. Oh, I don't know.
the leaf from a tree who likes to pee. Bradley.
That's good.
No, it's not. We
Hello,
say
everyone.
Bradley.
You're
By the way,
right.
can I just say, sparkling water's disgusting.
It's
Yeah,
not.
you're an animal.
No, mate.
It's
An
disgusting.
absolute animal.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Anybody who drinks sparkling water, and this goes for anybody watching at home, should be castrated.
Also, sit down if you're not already sat down, because this is a shocker that we learned earlier this week, or was it last week? Lee doesn't like baked beans.
They're fucking horrible.
He doesn't like. Do you like mushrooms?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you don't like tomatoes, though, do you?
I like tomato
No,
sauces.
I don't like tomatoes.
What?
Either.
You're idiots.
I only
man.
like cheese when it's melted.
Oh, I'm a bit like that.
Or
But
it's soft.
You don't like cheese when it... Oh, my God.
you know what, though? Like, I had that ham and cheese the other day, and that cheese was not melted.
Oh, because I didn't have it toasted for you.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
I didn't think you wanted it
I
toasted.
wanted it toasted.
Have you
Oh,
missed
I
this
didn't know that.
podcast, Ease?
Yeah, look at that.
This is gold, isn't it?
The first 2 minutes is just about food and water.
It's essential subjects.
But yeah, we're going to try. I say this so many times. We're going to try and be more regular. It was Bradley's fault.
Was it actually?
Yeah, because you told me like on Wednesday that you had a baby thing on Thursday.
Alright.
And because I'm using your laptop, I was like, you know what?
Babies are
we'll give you this
unpredictable,
one.
Dan. Anything
No,
can happen. Do you know what I mean?
I bet this was in the diary for weeks.
It may well have been.
So it's not like you had a baby. It's like you had a baby meeting. It wasn't even that. It's like one of the kind of prenatal classes, right?
Yeah, antenatal.
Is that what they're called?
Is that against the mother?
Yeah.
That's the one where I picked up. So there's a class and it's got like 30 pregnant women there and the odd husband. And at the front of the class, the woman had like a woolen boob. And I was asked to go to the front of the class, so I picked up the woolen boob, turned to the 30 pregnant women and went, honk, honk, on the boob like that. No one laughed. Tumbleweed
I'll tell you
blew
what,
across the
I would have
room.
laughed. What a humorless bunch of bastards.
The only person that said anything was Ruth, my wife, and she went, "Put it down, Lee." And that was it.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Jeez. So
Upsetting.
yeah, we're back with a vengeance.
Yep.
So we're just going to jump right into it. We haven't got much time because we've been messing around with the camera settings. Like we're a lot nicer now in terms of colour.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Because a couple of guys were saying, "Why are you so bright?" And then I was like, I haven't really messed with the because I've got a new camera. I haven't messed with the settings, so now it's all good. But yeah, without further ado, it's time for the fucking news. Yes, it is time for the fucking news. There's not much of it. I think we're going to spend more time talking about what we've played because we played Halo 5, Roared of the Tombs,
Road of the Tombs.
Taken King, Rainbow Six, Tearaway, Lego Dimensions, NBA?
MBA.
Oh, NBA.
NDA 2K16. You got to sign loads of...
He's saying
That does say NDA.
It says NDA. That's not B.
You got to sign loads of contracts.
It goes in a little bit there, look.
Oh, wow, if I kind of
See?
just get my eye there.
Not looking carefully
Then if
enough.
you say something to connect and it's like a spoiler, they slap you with a big injunction in NDA.
Hand comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's that. So yeah, let's start off with a bit of a clusterfuck. What the hell is going on with Hitman?
Right, so,
It's a bit weird,
right?
isn't it?
So first, most kind of obviously, is they delayed it.
Yeah.
It was going to come out in December, now going to come out in March. But I just don't understand why they're releasing it in the way that they are. So to recap for people that don't know, in March it comes out digitally and you get how many locations?
3.
3 locations and like 6 missions
6
within
campaign
that.
missions, yeah.
And then every month for a few months after that, they're releasing more locations, right? So, and it's literally locations. So, like fucking Paris or Japan or wherever else.
I think the 3 initial locations are Paris, Marrakesh, and some place that begins with S. So
Syria.
No.
Scunthorpe.
Scunthorpe. Yeah.
Imagine that Hitman level in Scunthorpe.
But once all of the stuff's been released, then they're releasing it digitally, in a box, physically. I mean, and I just don't understand why. Because it's created so much confusion. People are like, so is it one of those kind of games as service things? No, it's not. It's not like that, really. Is it a platform? Well, no, not really. So why are you doing it?
He said that to me in an interview. I said, is it a platform? He said, yeah, kind of.
They're releasing it in 2 halves. That's essentially it. But I still don't know why they're doing it.
But they're not releasing it in 2 halves because they're releasing a chunk every month for more than 2 months.
Oh, right. No, I mean, you can download it in 2 halves if you want. So you can download the initial thing for $35 or the equivalent with the 3 locations and the 6 missions, and you get 800 targets for contracts. And then April, May, June, if you buy like a season pass for $30, you get everything else with that. Or you can just pay $60 and get the lot, and you don't have to worry.
But why?
Sorted.
Is it more expensive than to buy it digitally?
Yeah, probably, right?
$5 more, right? It's 35 and 30, you said.
35, yeah, so it's slightly more expensive to well, not to buy it digitally, to get the stuff straight away, basically.
It's just
You might as well
confusing.
just buy the $60 thing.
Why? The game looks good though.
Yeah, it does. Genuinely does. Looks like a return to form, like Blood Money.
Yeah.
Return to form.
Don't you think it's more of a shame then that they're adopting this weird
I just think that
release model?
Well, because at the end of the day, we're going to get a game. We're going to get a Hitman game,
Yeah.
but I reckon it might be the best Hitman game
Really?
they've possibly ever done.
It has the potential to be
Yeah,
that,
right.
doesn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
Especially because they can do cool stuff like they can just kind of secretly shove some kind of like secret objectives in, and it can especially because
Well, that's what they're doing, isn't it? Live events.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And like the locations are really big, so they can do loads of things within that and to change things up. I just don't understand why they're releasing it the way they are. That's all.
I don't think anybody does, right?
No.
You knock that table one more time.
So
I'm going to knock you.
I'm not used to it being there.
Stop doing that.
I hurt my LB bone.
We've changed the office around because of Lego, which we'll talk about in more detail later, but we've got all of it. Lego Dimensions stuff.
Yeah.
We bought all of it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Madness.
So yeah, Project Spark is closing down?
Well.
No, they're stopping to support Project Spark.
Kind of, yeah. They're not going to be doing anything else for it at all following the release of a big expansion that will add like 200 more items that you can put in the worlds, because Project Spark is the game where you can kind of make your own game. They're going to double the size of the worlds you can make, and they're going to add like a couple of 100 new bits and bobs for you to stick in it. But the reason that they're doing that is because it's going completely free. It used to be free to play, and now it's going to be just free to do whatever the fuck you want with it. But we're not going to do anything with it, including they're not going to finish making and releasing the Conquer stuff that they started to release for it. And then that's just kind of it. They reckon that they've got a pretty decent community that are making stuff on a regular basis and blah, blah, blah. But that's not the actions of a developer or publisher that's supporting a game that has got a good community, right?
No, right.
They're obviously not making enough money off it.
That's
They carry on doing it.
obviously the reason, right? It's like,
obviously.
we're making no money, so you know what, screw it, let's move on to the next project.
What they're also doing is they're offering refunds to anyone who bought it at retail, and equivalent refunds for people that have got unused items. But there must be people out there that have spent a shitload on microtransactions in that game that feel a bit aggrieved now.
Yeah.
I can't decide whether the way that they're kind of washing their hands of it is actually pretty good or a bit dirty. I can't quite work it out. Basically,
well, it depends on which side of the fence you fall, right?
Sounds weird.
If you purchase stuff, it's dirty. If you wanted to play it but didn't want to spend any money, then it's great.
Yeah, I guess. I suppose ultimately the thing is, with a free-to-play game like that, at any point when a developer or publisher like cuts the cord, someone's going to get shit on, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Because people will have invested so much.
You could argue that when they closed down the service for Halo 2, people got shit on.
Yeah.
But it was a game that was like out for was it like 8 years before they shut off the servers or something?
But it's not free to play though. That's the difference, isn't it? Because with Halo, you just buy it and then you're done.
Well, no, because multiplayer, right? So when you turn off the servers, well, I'm still playing this.
Oh no, I know what you mean, but I mean money-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's it. Project Spark's kind of over, but he's kind of also getting a new lease of life all at the same time.
Yeah.
I never played it, you?
No.
I don't think any of us have.
No, I never heard anyone talk about it, other than the PAX that we went to, where we were randomly wandering around going, what game are you most looking forward to? And a few people said, oh, Project Spark's really good.
Really?
I always feel like...
I think they were deluded.
Well, those kind of things, like Little Big Planet and stuff like that, the idea of it always appeals to me more than the reality.
Yeah.
It's like I can make whatever I want, and then you're like, fuck, I'm not very good at this,
I
am
remember
I?
excitedly buying Little Big Planet for my PS3 and thinking, I'm going to make all sorts of amazing stuff. And I went through all the tutorials and I was like, I can't make anything. I don't have the patience.
Exactly.
I can't be bothered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just make a game for me. Don't make a game where I can make a game.
Yeah.
Next up, in a move that's going to make this video game seem like Evolve, Rainbow Six Siege beta is out now, and there is no campaign. Not in the beta, but in the actual game.
In the actual game, yeah, no campaign.
I'm calling it now. Evolve Mark II.
Do you really think so?
Yeah. How can you cut Rainbow Six, which is based on Tom Clancy books, which has a history of amazing campaigns? Well, not amazing, but good campaigns.
Solid campaign.
Yeah, like throughout its history, it's been play the single player, great, then play the multiplayer. Now it's no single player.
Campaign is becoming more and more of a added extra, isn't it? When it used to be the main
You
event.
say that only for certain companies.
I mean, in certain.
You look at The
games.
Witcher. The Witcher was a 200-hour experience.
But that is what The Witcher is. I mean,
I think for
in
shooters
first-person shooters is what I mean.
especially,
Yeah, I should have specified.
You
that.
say that Halo's got a 20-hour campaign, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's not the thing that's going to keep people coming back over and over. I don't
But it's going to make people buy it.
I feel like it's only a matter of time before Call of Duty does away with the campaign altogether, because they've done away with the campaign in the PS3 and Xbox 360.
No, but that's only because
Well, yeah, no, I know.
they can't do the 4-player co-op and the sandbox stuff
Yeah.
that they're doing on next gen, on previous gen.
Yeah.
So that's
I
no.
don't know.
Yeah, but it's telling, isn't it, that they didn't go, well, fuck it, we won't do multiplayer, we'll just have the single player because that's what everybody wants.
Yeah,
You need both if you're going to do an FPS. I'm sorry,
I
but that's
think so.
the case.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong, I just don't know.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. For most franchises, probably not. But for Rainbow Six, a game
I know what you mean.
that has
Vegas,
its roots in its story.
Vegas' campaign's pretty damn good.
But not just going back 10 years as well
Why
to
did
Rainbow
they,
Six.
And why did they tease that actress then?
Who?
Was it Angela Bassett
I don't know.
as like your
Dunno.
sort of boss?
Maybe they canned it.
Like they'd got her in the game and stuff, and you
Really?
were going to be fighting white mask terrorists, which is now just in terrorist hunt.
Well,
So
hang on,
maybe
are you
maybe
not
they
talking
binned it
about the previous incarnation?
Patriots.
No. I'm talking about Siege.
No,
Oh.
Patriots. That was a game that interested me.
Yeah, that had a lot of really interesting ideas.
We'll talk more about Rainbow Six later, and obviously all the beta
Yeah.
stuff and our impressions of it.
Yeah.
You're going to get to play it today.
I'm excited, genuinely. I think it's good. I love Terrorist Hunt.
Yeah.
It's
Love it.
hard. We played it on Realistic.
Tell me about it later.
Yeah, you're going to. But we were speaking of nice little segue. Black Ops 3 campaign is no longer on last gen. We've kind of just touched upon that and explained why
Yeah.
without even touching on it. So yeah, if you're buying Black Ops 3 on last generation, the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, you get no campaign, which is understandable in my eyes.
Well, you say,
Totally. I
really
totally
think so?
agree.
Well, they said they couldn't do the 4-player co-op, but they did it in World at War.
Yeah, but do you know
It's
what,
completely
though?
different though. World at War was a linear shooter, right? This is
Well, I haven't played any campaign, so I don't know.
oh really? You've seen it,
not,
then,
not,
right?
I've seen it, but I don't really.
Have you seen the station stuff?
Briefly.
Well,
Yeah.
that
Not really in depth.
open area is like wow, it's huge. You've got one guy up top sniping. You've got one guy charging through as like a heavy, and then you've got guys sneaking around the
I
outside.
wonder if they could have squished the campaign a bit. I know they were only doing 2-player,
I'm,
so it was going to be part of the plan.
I'm more shocked that there is a last gen version anyway, yet alone
Yeah.
there's no campaign.
So
There's
what, the
that.
Xbox 360 came out like a few months before the very first iPhone. It's ancient.
Yeah.
And this is good. People might hate me for this, but upgrade, mate. If you like, really, it's a really old console, so you're not going to get cool shit on it anymore. It's
And
been a long time. You had a good run.
You've had 10 years, to be fair.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But not just that, right? The Xbox One is nearly 2. and the PS4. Like this, if you bought one now, because they're going for like, you can get them for like a couple of £100, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying that there was some. Was it Asda were doing them for £200?
Yeah.
Was it King saying on the stream or someone?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also though, hang
That's
on.
nothing.
Well, yeah, it's pretty cheap. Maybe you haven't got £200, but so you've had it for 10 years. You've had a really good run with it. But on top of that, for ages, for the first 2 years of Xbox One, new generation games have been hamstrung by the previous generation.
Yeah.
So it's about time now that it switches focus.
It's
right?
only this year that we're starting to see what next gen can do on it. Well, current gen can do on its own. Witcher.
Yeah.
You say that though, in Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
I know.
That was cross-gen.
Yeah, and that was.
Yeah, do you know, I didn't read anything about the old gen version and how it kind of stood up.
They did some comparison stuff, and it looked very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were all still shots, so I don't know what it's like moving.
Yeah. Yeah, you think about it though, it's not. Like, in terms of mechanics and stuff, the AI isn't crazy. You're not fighting hundreds of people at once, are you?
No.
That's true.
So, like, you're going in and at most you're fighting 5, 10.
Yeah.
And there's very clear spaces between each of the camps.
Yeah, so
right?
they've maybe just got some good loading kind of.
Good tech.
Well, apparently the Fox engine, right?
Yeah.
Look what it's doing for PES.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
it seems like a good engine all around.
Versatile.
Very versatile. Next up, get excited because is it the 8th of October? I want to say.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
The Star Wars Battlefront beta is coming straight to your eyeballs.
that T-shirt on there to celebrate. Yeah, October 8th. I can't wait.
It's only half and
Tatooine. And a bit of Sullust.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about Sullust.
Yeah.
We've not seen that. have we?
That's the co-op-y bit, the Sullust
Yeah.
one, right?
Oh, is it? No, that's Tatooine.
Drop Zone is Sullust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Which
don't know
is
what
like
Drop
King
Zone
of the
is.
Hill.
Oh,
It's like
okay,
King of
yeah.
the Hill.
Ah, all right.
But mate, I could sit here for ages and just play Hoff. It's that good.
Hoff.
Yeah.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the map, right?
Hoff.
Yeah, no, that is it. Yeah.
He's such a dick.
He is a dick,
He
isn't he?
is a dick.
No,
But I said it right.
He had a go at me for saying certification wrong, and then I was like, "Well, how'd you say it?" And he went, "Certification." How'd you say it?
No, he said certification.
Certification. You had such a. He's a dick.
Yeah.
Certification.
And I said half, and just because of my accent.
Everyone will agree with me.
No,
No
they're all at
one.
home.
Everyone's going to agree.
No
with
one
me.
was like, hold on, he said that right.
All three of them are at home now going, "What a dick.
All three of them.
What a hairy plonker."
But yeah, I'm excited for that. That's going to be amazing.
Yes.
Best
I've only played Fighter Squadron.
game.
That's all. I haven't played any of the ground-based.
I'm not too
bits.
bothered about Fighter Squadron and
It's
stuff like that. The
alright.
ground-based stuff's great.
Is it out this
Yeah.
year?
Yeah, it's out in
November
November.
17th.
Is it going to win Game of the Year?
No,
No, probably not.
it won't
Is it
even
going to
come
be
in the
The
top
Witcher?
3. But it won't.
It's at the moment it's between Witcher and Batman. Isn't
No,
it?
no,
not Batman.
no. God,
Witcher
no.
and Metal Gear. Sorry.
Batman. The more I've come to kind of reflect on Batman, the more I think it's an 8, not a 9.
I don't know.
I think as it's got bigger, it's got worse.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they could have made another kind of Arkham Asylum, small, contained, atmospheric, really creepy.
They should make a Wayne Manor one,
Yeah, right.
That'd be cool.
where people take over Wayne Manor and you have to liberate it bit by bit.
That would
Yeah,
be cool.
that'd be awesome. There you go, Rocksteady. That one's on us. Even though they're not doing Batman games, so Warner, that one's for you.
Well, they said they're not doing Arkham games.
So it could be Batman, Wayne Manor Liberation.
I'd play that.
Yeah,
I'd play that. I think we've got the title for our podcast. But yeah, like for me at the moment, it's The Witcher. It's a clear winner. As much as I love Metal Gear Solid 5, I don't think it's Game of the Year material.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's harsh. I don't think it's as good as The Witcher.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's Game of the Year material this year. I think last year it would have pissed it. What was it last year?
Alien.
Oh, Alien. Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah, I prefer Witcher to Alien for sure.
No, I'm Metal Gear.
Okay.
Oh, I've watched you play it for about 50 hours now.
But it's
But I
one of
haven't
those
played it
games
myself.
that if you play it, it's like it's really satisfying.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I'd get really into the base building stuff.
Yeah, mate, it's
I
great.
just
But
don't know if I'm going to get around to it this year. I hope so. I hope to get them all sorted before we start doing votes for Game of the Year.
yeah, well, I've got a month now until Fallout, right?
Yeah.
Oh, probably 6 weeks.
Fuck, Fallout as well. Do you know what? At one point in the year, I was thinking maybe it's not going to be like a really great year. But if you think about the top games this year, we've had a lot.
Witcher, Metal Gear Solid, Fallout.
Bloodborne was pretty good.
Yeah, Bloodborne was good. Yeah.
Taken King.
Yeah, we've also got Battlefront coming out. We got Just Cause 3, which looks like a hell of a lot of fun.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider, of course. Halo 5. We'll talk more about that in a bit. But the more I play it, the more I'm like, this is actually really good.
Right. I'm still not convinced.
Fucking hell.
It's not supposed to be there.
But yeah, all right. And last but not least, Wolfenstein sequel.
Okay, so this isn't confirmed or anything, but there is strong rumours that there will be another Wolfenstein game. So we've had The New Order, which was like essentially a reboot, kind of.
Yeah.
We had The Old Blood, which was the prequel digital standalone expansion.
Yeah.
But now one of the actresses who plays Blazkowicz's like love interest in the first one, Anya, the voice actress who plays her, said that she's in the studio now recording the sequel to a game that she's already done, and it'll take a couple of years for him to do it. If you look through her IMDb, it looks like it's going to be Wolfenstein, and it makes sense, right? Those games are done all right, and they're really fun.
You can only get away with that if you're Troy Baker, right? Because you've done hundreds of games, and it could be anything.
Yeah.
If you've done like 3 games, it's like, I'm doing a sequel.
Well, she's only done that one.
Has she really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like, well, what else could it be?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Way to be cryptic.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'd play that. I'd
play
I'm
that.
up for that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Wolfenstein.
It's very good.
Yeah. And I quite like the Machine Games guys.
Mm.
Well, I love the original Darkness.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a kind of an unsung hit.
Machine Games, what are they called, the other lot?
Tango Gameworks.
And there's another lot as well.
Bethesda Studios.
Overkill, and no, not Tango. All those studios are so like entwined, aren't they?
What's Arcane?
It's Tango.
Arcane.
No, Arcane. I'm thinking of the people that did
Starbreeze.
Escape from Butcher Bay.
Starbreeze.
There you go, Starbreeze. Yeah. They're all like, I'm not even quite sure who's where anymore because they've swapped around so much.
All the Starbreeze guys, the good. I don't want to say all the good ones, but the core team that was almost responsible for
their Machine Games,
Darkness and Riddick.
Yeah,
they're now Machine Games. So Jens Mattis,
for
one, he's the creative director on Wolfenstein. He was one of the big guys in there.
But then Starbreeze worked with that film director dude who made Brothers, who's now been given his own studio at EA, and it's all a bit confusing, isn't it? Game developers, if you could just stay where you are, so don't get confused,
there's too much moving around. I mean, I haven't moved in nearly 10 years. Rich is like 7 years, right?
6 or 7 years now.
Bradley's like 5 or 6.
It's the longest I've ever been in a job.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What about you?
How long have I been here?
5 or 6.
Nah.
Fuck you.
Well, because all my old jobs were like retail, and I couldn't wait to get away from them.
Well, Bradley's old job, is that the one that you're in for?
No, maybe it is my longest job.
Oh, look at that. How have I not fired you?
How have we not left?
Anyway, so that pretty much about wraps up.
You're going to have to talk a lot slower than that, mate.
And
a lot slower.
Next. One job, Bradley. One job. It's not. He doesn't even get it like on his phone. He could save them to his phone, right? And have them in the same folder.
Or you could load them into the fucking timeline like you promised months ago.
Yeah, but
how about that?
You know what? I'm going to get one of them little buzzers.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be loaded up with samples.
Can we have like whizzy beeps and stuff like on radio?
It's the end of the fucking year!
No. Goes on for ages, doesn't it? So yeah, that was the news. It's been a good few weeks.
Yeah, it's
not too bad.
Yeah.
Let's talk video games. Let's get the NAF stuff out of the way first.
Nah.
Let's talk about
what?
NBA.
NBA?
I'm joking. I was hinting that I was going to bring up Taken King.
It's not NAF though.
I know.
So,
shut up.
So NBA 2K16 is
weird.
The my career living that dream Spike Lee joint is just odd. It's really overwrought and
wait. What is it? Tell us. Start from the start.
So basically, Right.
A little bit more piffier than the Richard Walker
Oh, yeah,
explanation that lasted
Well,
20 minutes the other day.
All right, the way I explained it in the review was it's basically a story-driven prelude to the actual usual My Career shit that you have in the game. That's all it is.
No. Tell us what it is.
I just did.
No, but the bollocks.
Okay, well, it's
us.
a thing. It's a story thing directed by Spike Lee and written by him. And you start out as a guy called Frequency Vibrations.
Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah.
I went to school with a kid called Frequency Vibrations.
Oh, they're everywhere.
I'm talking about good vibrations.
Yeah, so you start at high school, you play a couple of high school games, then you get offers from colleges, you go and play a bit of college ball, and then you get drafted into the NBA, your agent sorts you out, and you go to a team, and then you play 8 matches, and in between these 8 games, key games, there's a little bit of voiceover and there's cutscenes, and they're really overwrought and really over-emotional. There's a lot of crying and shouting and arguments and stuff. And it's all just a bit like...
Is there like a
eye-rolling.
message?
Not really.
Does he like forget his roots and it's only
There's
like...
kind of a suggestion of that, but you sort of feel sorry for him because all these people just want a bit of his, success. It's like just...
So is it really about
No,
the price
it
of
feels more-
fame?
Yeah, right.
It's about the price of fame.
I don't know. If it's trying to relay some sort of message, it's a bit heavy-handed. And I don't think it's particularly well made. I think the main problem is that the graphics aren't good enough to support the story.
Right.
So some bits are laughable because there's little glitches and stuff. So
I've seen some people with the face
look,
scan.
that's it. I had my scanned face in the game as well. So he's crying and stuff, and I'm just laughing because he looks like a freak.
I don't think I've seen one that works yet.
Yeah. And they call him Freak for short. Frequency, like, hey, Freak. And I was like, my character is a freak.
Wait, was the voice
And people
coming
even
out of
call
your
him-
distorted face
Yeah.
like a black dude's
Yeah, so
voice?
it's like, yo, son, in the NBA. It's like my freaky scanned face talking.
Wait, so if
Yeah.
you're a girl and you're playing it, and you scan your face in...
Well, there's no options to be female.
God, I suppose there wouldn't be
you
with the...
can't play in the NBA,
It's not
right?
FIFA.
Yeah.
It's the WNBA, right?
They have to have the WNBA, yeah.
Netball.
Netball. Wow.
So yeah, like the ending was just
That's
like
basketball in general.
really long, interminable cutscene, this interminable, horrible monologue, and it's just like, just shut up and just. But then it cuts into the normal My Career, and I'm like, oh, good, okay, I can just do the usual stuff.
Does it play well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it plays brilliantly. It's fantastic. It's probably the best 2K, NBA 2K game so far, I think. 'Cause it feels like proper immediate basketball.
So, have
Yeah,
you
it
played
feels
NBA
like-
Live yet?
No,
No.
we
so
haven't been
Does
sent it,
anybody?
have we?
that's going to be shit on again then.
We haven't been sent it.
Okay.
If we'd
There's
had
all-
it, I'd have played it.
If we don't get sent a game, there is a reason for that. We've had no Tony
Yeah,
Hawk's.
exactly. No Tony Hawk's is a good reason for that.
Rich got
Apparently
us blacklisted.
apparently it's terrible. Eh?
Tony Hawk. Not Tony Hawk's. Rich must have got us blacklisted. That's the only reason that they wouldn't have sent it, right?
Why? What have I done?
Well, that's the reason why they wouldn't send it to us.
Why would they not send it to us?
I don't know what you get up to when you go there, mate.
They might have blacklisted Abrahams because he wrote the preview
Oh, did he?
For what?
for Tony Hawk.
Oh, really? Was
Yeah.
it bad? I didn't read it.
I don't remember him being that down on it.
Well, the control demos are hard because
Yeah.
given free reign with the game.
Well, you're given a short space of time, and
Yeah,
you
right.
can't really get a feel sometimes.
Right, let's talk about the next worst game of the month. And I know it's not bad. It's Tearaway.
Tearaway. It's 8, but no one bought it. Why didn't
Really?
you buy it? What's wrong with you people?
I told you it's a gimmick game.
It's
No,
not
it's
gimmicky. It has things that in lesser hands could be construed as gimmicks.
You know why no one bought it? Because they were waiting for your review.
It's coming. Now I really like it. Right, like just from the opening moments, it's so bloody charming, and it looks gorgeous with the
I love
PS4
Tearaway.
thing. We're talking about unfolded rather than straight up Tearaway. You're right, Dan.
Although the
Yeah.
same is true of both, isn't it?
Yeah. But they do it in a different way. So in the Vita version, like your face is in it coming out of the sun and that. With at the start of the PS4 version, it pretends like it's taking over your television and going through the channels.
Uses your light bar, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's how
Use
you
that.
can move people around. It's so lovely. It's a really lovely game, and you're all idiots.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be some sort of heartless monster not to like Tearaway.
Yeah, like a massive dick.
That's me, ladies and gents. And I like it. I think it's gimmicky.
No.
But yeah. Fuck it.
Alright.
It's not my kind of game.
I'll tell you what, though, there is one bad thing about it. It's pretty short, and there's no multiplayer, which is what sells games now and why they're being ditched from games like Rainbow Six.
No?
Tearaway's got a lot in common with Rainbow Six Siege.
Is that what we're going to talk about now?
Yes.
No, I was just saying.
All right, well, we're going to segue into the Taken King by going, what else did you play, Lee?
Oh my god, it's so good.
Go on.
It's so good. They've revamped all of the systems that the thing sits on. They've added so many missions and so much content and so many quests. I've been playing it, I think, for like almost 80 hours now, added up, and I'm still got 2 pages left of quests to do. And I've only done 1 raid, and the raid is back to Vault of Glass standard raids. None of that Crota's End nonsense.
Have you finished the story?
Yeah.
Did it feel like a satisfying chunk of story, or was it really?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like, as much as I respect your opinion, and I just, anything you say about Destiny now, I just can't take it seriously.
I acknowledged that in the review. I said I'm either the best person or the worst person to review this.
Because, like, but the thing is that when you say that the original Destiny wasn't that good as well, I'm like, oh, okay. But since then you've played like 800 hours of it or whatever it is. So it's hard for me to sit here and go, oh man, it must be good. You know what? I'm going to try it out.
I know
I'm
what
like,
you mean. I know.
it could be terrible. Maybe it's just good compared to what you're used to playing for the last 800 hours. So
There might be a degree of that. But even though I played so much of Destiny, I still would have given it what Rich gave it, probably. Which was like 7 out of 10.
75.
I might have given it, 75. There you go. But that's the Taken King's a 9, mate. And all of the talk about whether there's enough value in it. There was a post that went up. I know exactly what your response to this is going to be. There was a poll that went up on the subreddit saying, "Do you feel like you got value out of it?" And 100% of the people on it, which was like 2,000 people, said yes. But before you say it,
100%.
if you'd have asked them that about The Dark Below or House of Wolves, they'd have said no.
So, hey Destiny guys who do a Destiny subreddit. Who,
But like I'm saying, the previous DLCs, you got to bear in mind.
Isn't that a case of like a little bit like, what is it, Stockholm Syndrome, right?
That's what Lee.
I said that in the review.
Oh really?
As well, yeah.
That they've kept you hostage for so long that you're like, oh, thanks for that glass of water, Governor.
They've
9
slid
out
some
of
baked
10.
beans under the door, and I'm like, ooh, yum.
Baked beans, wow.
Yeah, well, that's why it
You
works.
have to have.
Oh, okay.
See
You
what I
have
mean?
to have House of Wolves and Dark Below, don't you, to even play it?
Yeah, you do.
That's a bit silly, isn't it?
Why?
Because that's another 20. What is it? 20 odd quid.
Or you can just buy the whole thing for 40.
Content.
So if you 40 quid or dollars.
Is it?
It's 40 quid.
So if you
For what? It's
For the Legendary Edition.
so if you bought Destiny, right?
Mm.
The vanilla version, none of the DLC, and you wanted to upgrade, how much would it cost you?
Yeah, there's loads of different purchasing options, but it would be quite expensive,
What's
I
the
think.
cheapest way?
I'm not sure, but I think it would be quite expensive, yeah.
So you'd have to pay the 40 quid.
You probably have to pay more than that.
What? Why?
Because you're buying 3 expansions, not 1.
So that's bollocks.
Yeah, maybe. I actually haven't looked into it because that doesn't apply to me.
So I can't purchase
I'm sure there's
the
a
Taken
package.
King with the DLC.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a package that's there, but I don't know how much it costs.
But the 40 quid version is the Taken King.
just the Taken King, right?
No, you can get a boxed product that's got all of it in, and it costs the price of a normal game.
All of it, including Destiny and the 2 DLCs
Yeah.
and the Taken King.
Yeah.
I'd say 40 quid.
That's the best way to go then.
Yeah, I think so. Unless, like I say, I didn't look into that other option. The other thing to mention, I won't go on about it. It's all great, and I love it, and it's wonderful. But people that didn't want to buy the Taken King have now been locked out of loads of shit. So if they just wanted to carry on playing Destiny Vanilla, they haven't got as many multiplayer modes now. There's loads of stuff that they just can't do. So they're quite aggressively kind of going, well, fuck you lot if you don't want to buy it. You've got less game now than you had before. That's what Rusty was getting upset about.
That's a
I
little bit
see.
shitty,
I
isn't it?
understand why he was getting upset now.
Yeah.
That sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Speaking of something that doesn't suck, Rainbow Six. No, I don't know. Rainbow. Right, let's talk about Rainbow Six, the beta.
Go on.
I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's great, and I think there's a lot of cool things in it. And I think the destruction is brilliant, and it changes how multiplayer matches happen.
Yeah.
And teamwork is essential. And when we played it on the stream with a few guys in the community, so we played it with, what was it, Gupti, Ozan,
Binbag,
Ollie and Binbag,
yeah.
right? Like, we were good. We were great. We were talking, communicating. We were like, okay, they're in this room. We had one guy going in through the door. We had one guy blowing up the wall. We had one guy coming in through the window. We had another guy in the drone as well, marking people. And it was great fun, and it was brilliant. But I can't imagine there's only 11 maps. I can't imagine doing that over and over and over again for longer than 2 weeks.
Do you think the fact that it's all close quarters limits the amount of things that they can do with it? Because it's only ever going to be a building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You say that, though. Some of the buildings are huge.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the house is a very small house.
Right.
That's the smallest of the three.
Okay.
It's not available in competitive, it's only in terrorist hunt.
I think so.
Well, in the beta anyway.
Oh, and like in the full game, like the hostage rescue, I think, yeah. Is in the
Yeah.
house as well.
So there's a mansion. It's like a mansion. What is it? Like an office?
It's an embassy.
An embassy, like a big embassy that's got basements, that's got first floor, second floor. Has it got a third floor? Maybe. Well, at least 3 floors and a roof as well that you can come in through. So there's plenty of different options that way. So the maps, yeah. I worry that Battlefront is a little bit the same, right? That's doing 10 maps, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is that 11 maps?
Can't remember.
Isn't it 4 planets, 3 maps of planets? That'd be 12, right?
Maybe, yeah. 12 seems
So Sullust,
right. Sounds right. Sullust,
Tatooine,
Tatooine,
Hoth. What?
Hoth.
But 13 maps is
What's
alright.
that
As long as you've got the
Endor.
gameplay modes.
Endor, that's it.
13 maps seems like enough as long as you've got the gameplay modes to make it varied enough.
Does it
right?
seem enough?
Yeah, if you like a Call of Duty or whatever,
I remember Halo games that had like 20 maps. They had like 10 maps for big team battle, and they had like 10 maps for smaller maps. Like Halo 2 is probably a good example. I'd hate to think how many maps that had.
I just feel like
it had 9 now.
it's
right?
more the
Right.
gameplay than the amount of maps.
No, I think that the gameplay can only take you so far. That you've got to keep it fresh. And if you don't have a lot of maps, then you're not going to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Like the beta's got 2 maps, and like we did it for
is it
3
only
hours.
2?
Of it. Yeah, we did it for 3 hours. Of it. Oh, I've had enough of this.
Well, the biggest
I'm
problem,
ready to go back to it today, but
the biggest problem I have with it personally is getting together a group of 5 every time I want to play it properly. That's why I didn't bother with Evolve in the end, because
get some
wrangling
friends,
together.
mate. Get some friends.
Well, no, I've got plenty of friends.
That
but
is the
it's like-
trouble. The more complex you get and the more that you're calling on players to do proper teamwork, the less you actually want to play it with randoms. Because some
yeah,
idiot's
I
going
don't
to fuck
You know
it
what,
up.
Yeah,
though?
exactly.
You know what? This is the kind of game that you could go with 3.
Right.
Like,
reckon?
yeah, because like we did it when we started streaming the other day, Rainbow Six. There was only 3 or 4 of us,
Okay.
and we had some randoms on our team, and they seemed to like understand that it wasn't just Rambo.
Okay.
And sometimes you can use their Rambo-ness to your advantage,
Right.
because they can just be like a distraction.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Cannon fodder.
I know teamwork is necessary, but if you've got a good amount of people, then you can essentially, I think, get by. Oh,
Oh my god.
so
My wife might be having a baby. Bear with me.
Oh wow. Imagine if this happens on the podcast.
yeah, wow, yeah, this will be awesome.
His wife is giving
But it's
birth.
alright, so the next few games, they're not going to really involve Lee anyway, so, but yeah, Rainbow Six, I fear that it's going to be another Evolve,
Okay.
so that is my only worry.
It seems,
No single player,
yeah.
reliance on team play, although not as much as Evolve,
Although
because at least it's kind of
games
symmetrical
like,
as
games
opposed
like
to
Counter
asymmetrical.
Strike or whatever have been able to, be successful with just multiplayer. So I don't know.
You having a kid?
Nah. I mean, yeah, but not now.
Alright, okay.
But yeah, so that's Rainbow Six, and
Before we move on, quick question. Do you think... I think this is what you were trying to say anyway, but do you think that Rainbow Six is one of those games that's actually going to... the demo is going to be detrimental to its success rather than...
yeah,
whatever the word is.
it's evolved it.
It's evolved it. I keep on going back. I keep on remembering Cliffy B donkeys years ago said sometimes a demo's a really bad idea because people play it and they're like, well, I played that game now. See you later.
Yeah.
But then if you release a demo that's only got a little bit of content in it, people are like, well, this is a bit shit. So
What about Destiny though? When they released a third of the game,
Yeah,
But I think that worked in their favour.
I played
It
that
did.
beta
It
thinking,
did.
oh man, I
Yeah.
can't wait. This is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, most
But
of the game.
that was
Yeah.
a lot of content. But the thing with that is that I think Destiny and Bungie made out that it was a bigger game than it actually was.
They did, yeah.
Whereas with Rainbow Six, there's no single player and there's 11 maps. And that's it. They could do 1,000 modes for all I care, but that's just going to split the audience.
I bet you Siege does better on PC. It's got a longer life on PC.
Yeah.
I think people will... When's Rainbow Six out now? December.
1st of
That's
December.
the only thing it's got going for him. It. Is that it's coming out in December when everybody at that point will have had a month with Fallout, a few weeks with Battlefront, and they might just want to mix things up for a little bit and dip into Rainbow. That's the only thing that's going to save it, but I think it's
Just
going to...
Cause out the following week.
Same week, right?
Yeah. Is it the same day? Oh yeah, it is
First
same
December,
day.
yeah.
Same day.
Yeah.
Blimey.
But they're completely different games.
Yeah.
You're not playing Just Cause because you want a tactical shooter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I am, yeah.
Right. Next up, let's talk about Halo for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Halo's good.
Okay.
There you go. Let's talk about Halo. Is the more I play Halo 5, the more I like it.
There's 300 videos for people to watch if they need to.
Yeah, so check out on our channel. We have an arena video, we have a Warzone video, we have three campaign videos, 1 vehicles, 1 Covenant Homeworld, and another one
Blue Team.
is just a campaign
Blue Team
mission.
yeah.
I think it's good.
So, do you want to hear my thoughts?
Go on.
I have
Go on.
2 thoughts.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Sum total.
That big one, that looks good.
That big
Warzone.
one.
Warzone,
Oh, right, yeah.
thank you. That looks awesome. We've talked about it before, but I'm super excited for that. I can't think of an equivalent to it. Dirty, great big maps, AI, as well as opposing teams, mechanics beyond just shoot the other dudes.
Really?
Well, other than MOBAs, but not on a console. Not in a console shooter.
Yeah. Oh, not in a shooter, no.
I'm trying to think of one. Titanfall had AIs running around. You could shoot.
Yeah, it had AIs,
but
it had less objectives, didn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Like, the thing with Warzone is that you can take down a mid-boss, you can take down capture bases, you can shoot enemies.
The rec system looks cool as well. I do like that.
So, I think that's great. What's the other point?
The other thing is, I watched a tiny little bit of one of your videos the other day from the campaign, and it looked so slow. Like, so slow. Like, you were running along, you had a shotgun, and it was like... It just looked like it was happening underwater.
Okay.
It's happening in space. So
It just seems very slow-paced, and I know...
Halo is anything but slow-paced.
Well, Halo is more slow-paced than any of the other shooters
They've
that are
sped
out
it up
there.
considerably
But
with sprint and all that.
It's still the
haven't they?
slowest, though, right? You think
Yeah,
it's not
it's
Call of
slower.
Duty,
No.
it's
No,
not
I
Titanfall.
guess
Even
not.
Destiny's quite fast, really. Although that's deliberately a little bit slower.
Right.
I always felt that Destiny's pitched in between Halo and Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But what does make it good, and this is something I've talked about before, sorry I'm repeating myself, is that if you get into a firefight against another player in Call of Duty, it's over like that. If they see you first and they don't miss you, you're dead. Whereas in Halo, firefights are things that go on and have different kind of stages, and if they get the first shot on you, that doesn't mean it's all over, does it? You can still outmaneuver them and get them.
Yeah.
Do you know what it's called? And I say it every time.
Is it the Halo dance?
It is the Halo dance.
Halo dance. There you go. But again, I don't know other games that have got a Halo dance that are out at the moment. But maybe Gears, maybe?
Yeah.
No.
A little bit, right?
No.
No, do you not have to strafe around each other a
One
bit?
shotgun shot, you're dead.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Nasher to the face.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Did Titanfall, I guess, right?
That's quite quick,
A little
isn't it?
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Halo takes forever. It's like shooting a boss in Destiny. You're there for hours, just pumping it into him.
But yeah, I'm genuinely... I was worried that I'd get to it and I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But the more and more I play it and the more I see of it, the more I'm like, yeah, this is Halo. And I love Halo. I've played
got a lot
everything
of
on Halo.
competition, though, hasn't it?
Yeah,
A lot of competition.
yeah.
I think I'm looking forward to that most out of the 2 big exclusives that are coming this year to Xbox One Christmas season.
You're not that bothered about Tomb Raider?
What's the other one, Lee? It's
no.
like he knows what's written down. It's like he wrote it.
Tomb
He
Raider.
written it.
Rise of the
Planet of the Tomb Raiders.
Or Lord of the Tombs.
Yeah. Tell us about that, Dan. You played it recently, didn't you?
You know what? I'm in between.
Yeah. Is it still? We're still thinking.
When's it out?
Tomb shit good, other stuff not.
Tomb shit really good. Other shit not. Yeah.
Whenever we write a preview saying that, people go, "Oh, well, Tomb Raider's changed."
Don't like change.
Get over
Scares
it.
me.
But
No, fuck you. That's my opinion. You can't change my opinion. If I want a Tomb Raider game, great. Tomb Raider's changed. Bollocks, that is stupid. Then the next time they moan about their favourite game changing,
a lot of people.
I'm going to walk up and stick my foot straight in their ass and go, oi.
It seems like the consensus amongst our commenters is that they like it's going more like Uncharted.
Well, it is called Tomb Raider.
Exactly.
So there should be tombs to
That's
raid.
it. Call it Lara Croft and the abuse
and the
of
shooty
men.
guns.
And the strangling people with bow.
But if you call it Tomb Raider, I want tombs. Do you know 33% of Tomb Raider is tombs?
Do now.
So it should be 33% Tomb Raider.
Yeah, exactly. 1/3 tomb raiding.
Well, they should make a title that at 33% of the title is about tomb raiding and the rest of it is about crafting and killing wolves.
It's Tomb Kill Raider.
Yeah.
Right?
Good.
There you go.
I like it.
Or Tomb Kill.
What's the story?
Rise of the Tomb Killer.
You're killing people randomly.
Well, that whole video is just Lara going around just with
Yeah,
her
the
bow.
weird thing with that is, though, right, we played the game for like 2.5 hours, and for a good hour and a half of that, it was exploration and tombs, and then the last hour is just action, and then they were like, you can capture this last hour, by the way. I'm like, what?
The action bit.
What?
Brilliant.
What? Nobody wants to see this. So, yeah, everybody saw it. I saw that in the video.
Yeah.
It's a shame. But, yeah, I don't know, I'm
On
in
the
between.
fence, yeah.
Our review was the lowest on Metacritic last time.
I played it and I was like, I don't get why people are loving it so much.
Like Uncharted has always been like that, right? Where you're blowing up loads of men and you're doing a little bit of puzzling and stuff like that. But Tomb Raider's always been about the puzzles.
Yeah.
And it made its name on the puzzles. And now they're like, yeah, you know what? We just want to be one of the others.
Well, I didn't like Tomb Raider 2 back in the day because it was too shooty.
Which one was 2? Is that the one Venice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you're constantly shooting guys in that. And I liked the claustrophobia of the tombs and the only being one human guy who was stalking you. That was kind of scary.
Yeah.
They're just everywhere. So, yeah.
But yeah, for me, it's like, I want a unique experience. I don't want a Uncharted clone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Ditto.
I want
Ditto.
Tomb Raider. I want Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
So that's Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Last, but by no means least, nowhere near least, probably we should have talked about this for the entire podcast.
Go on.
Lego Dimensions is the coolest fucking thing ever.
Dan's gone Lego demented.
He's got Lego dementia.
Yeah, he's bought every single bit of it.
So Dan sat down. I'm going to do your talking for you. Dan sat down at least a week ago and ordered every single Lego Dimensions fun pack, level pack, team pack. Obviously the starter kit.
We even got some dupes as well.
And we got some duplicates as well.
So we got all the present ones and all the future ones.
Yeah, so they released the characters in waves, or the packs in waves, and there's 3 waves that have been announced so far.
5.
Oh, 5. Yeah. And the last of which will be released in March. Have they said
Wave 2 November.
May, right?
Wave 3 January. Wave 4 April, I want to say, and then Wave 5 March, I think. I think those are the dates.
Wait, so Wave 5 comes out before Wave 4? You said April and then March.
March, then April is what I meant.
And May as well, right?
Or maybe it is March and then May then.
Either way, Dan bought all of them and they arrived in the office the other day and, we need a bigger office.
We need more shelves.
There's loads of them.
We're basically surrounded by Lego Dimensions boxes.
It's amazing. And the game is so much fun as well.
I'm not sure I like the way they're doing it.
No, there's some really shady practices in there.
So, I'll try and explain. You know, in a normal Lego game, there are certain characters that have got certain abilities. So there might be a wall that only one character can get through to access the next bit. This has that, but instead of you just picking that character or unlocking that character and then picking him, you've got to buy the fucking thing and put it on the base in order for it to work. But they do it. Not only do they do that, so if you just buy the base set, you're going to encounter loads of stuff that you just can't do. Even if you bought all of it like Dan, there's stuff that you won't be able to do until like Wave 3 or something.
But they've made it in such a way now that all the achievements or trophies don't factor that in at all.
That's good.
And what is in the secret areas is usually just a load of extra studs. I don't think I've encountered any mini kits or anything essential yet.
What do you unlock with studs?
Just it's currency basically for upgrades.
Okay. How does that factor into
vehicles.
the toy bit of it?
What do you mean? Oh, it means you could, what, the studs?
Yeah.
When you buy upgrades for your vehicles, you can then transform them into the other
Oh, what, so
versions.
you remake the Lego vehicle that you made?
Yeah, so you can remake it.
Oh, that's how it
It has
works,
3
right.
different forms.
Yeah, I knew that they had 3 different forms, but I didn't know how that actually
So last
worked.
night I unlocked the final form of the Batmobile, which has got like a big sort of scorpion tail.
Oh, cool.
It's crazy.
Is there anything once
With
you
the same pieces.
Yeah, same pieces, yeah.
Is there anything once you fully upgraded it where it's like actually you need the previous version of the Batmobile for this, so you're gonna have to make it into the second version again?
No.
Did you try
No.
just putting the vehicle on and just saying you'd done it?
Yeah, I did.
And
And
did
it
it
just
work?
it works, yeah.
Okay.
So I actually couldn't be bothered to rebuild it, so I just went, I toy tagged it, and just put it in the game, and it was still the same
Right.
form on the thing. But
So it's
different
all about
form
the
in game.
base then, right?
Yeah, it's the base and the chip, and what the chip understands to be on the thing, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Well, no, not even that. It's like what you write to the chip, right?
Yeah, what you say is on the chip. It's like, yeah, I built it. All right, then, okay, you did, yeah.
So you could put a massive penis on it. Just use
yeah,
all
you could build what you want, and
and
yeah,
then just go,
Whack it
yeah,
on
that
the
in the
thing.
game, but it'd still be a Batmobile.
yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't it be cool if the next iteration of it they made like a 3D scanner, and whatever you actually made, you can make whatever you want. You
Oh
put it
my
inside
God.
the thing, and then that appears in the game.
That'd be
Wow.
amazing.
That would be amazing.
There you go.
That's 2 good ideas I've come up with.
There you go.
Where's my money?
What was the first one?
Rocksteady should make a
Batman.
Wayne Manor.
I wouldn't say that was a good idea.
It's great,
But
mate.
that was a genuinely good idea. The
Right.
scanner.
Right.
Yeah.
That might be the best idea you've ever had.
Well, so far.
Well,
In
no,
life.
no, not so far. But yeah, Lego Dimensions. I loved it. I love the humour. I love that. Like the thing with Disney games is that, like Infinity, they're all separated, aren't they? Everyone's got their own individual.
They can all come together in the toy box, but there's no story
yeah.
stuff bringing them together.
And this has got a story that's bringing everybody in together, and you can use all the characters, and it's amazing.
It is nice. Like, just little details like Benny, the spaceship dude. Every now and again, he just goes, spaceship.
Yeah, like,
And it's brilliant.
mate, yeah.
It's so good. They're so good at that.
Yeah.
They've got it down to a fine art now.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
But not
brilliant.
just that, there's like all the voice actors as well, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, probably 95% of them, right?
Yeah, easily.
The only one that notable missing one for me is Will Arnett.
That's Batman.
But he's not in it for that long, right?
No.
So, because there's 2 Batman. There's Batman
Lego Movie Batman.
from DC and Batman from Lego Movie.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And the Batman that you control in the game is the DC
The
Batman,
DC
right?
Batman
Oh,
that you
that's
get
a
in the
shame.
box.
Yeah,
I want no parents. I want him.
Yeah, so there's a bit at the beginning where he goes, I'm Batman. He's like, I'm Batman. He's like, no, I'm
Yeah, a
Batman.
little fight.
It's great. But there's actually some really genuinely funny lines. What was the one yesterday? It was in the Simpsons thing.
Only you could hear it, mate.
What?
You had the headphones on. We have to read the subtitles, so
Yeah,
it
but you
loses
laughed,
some
you
of its
laughed. He
impact.
said, all the jokes like this.
Oh yeah,
And
I
was
can't
like,
remember.
Yeah, they are, mate.
Do you know what else
So-
I like about it? Like that boss battle, which is just the same as most boss battles in all Lego games. I know it's a game for kids and that, but they're more kind of designed, those boss battles, and you get in most like proper grown-up games. You have to go
Yeah.
over here and do this and then solve this little thing, and none of the puzzles are like really taxing. But it's much more fun than just pumping bullets into something or shooting a weak point or whatever. Really good. They're great games.
Mm.
But it's a bit expensive, and I don't like the way they're doing it.
Yeah, but for the 90 quid or whatever it is, for the starter kit, you get a lot of content for that.
Well, you get a game.
And you get a load of Lego. You get 3 Lego figures. You get
Yeah.
the Batmobile, right?
But then
And
throughout
you
that
get
game,
a
you're
Lego
taunted
portal.
about the shit that you haven't bought.
Yeah, you are, right? But you know what? I was thinking about this yesterday. You only really need 1 figure from every set, right? Because then you can enter all the
one
hub
from each.
worlds.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's 14 brands. Every brand has a hub world.
Right.
And if you've got a character, you can enter that hub world. There's
Right,
loads of
right,
side
right.
missions. There's loads of
Yeah.
missions. There's mini kits. There's stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Right.
So you do need the characters to get all the mini kits. Because you need the characters to enter the sort of world where you do the races.
No, because they're gold bricks. The mini kits are different. Actually, if you wanted all the gold bricks, you would have to do that. There's 480 gold bricks. I've collected like 14.
Blimey.
Yeah, there's loads of them. It's
and
crazy.
what, 13 mini kits, right?
Well, one each level, so 14 mini kits.
14. We got one.
Well, there's 10 per level, so 140, I suppose.
What, 10? Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. There's 13 in the one level.
Was there?
I think so.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought it was 10 per level.
There's hidden characters and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. It is expensive, and I think their pricing's all wrong.
I think 30 quid for a level pack is a disgrace. For what you get, really.
Lego
is
quite expensive, figure. Like full stop.
That's the thing, though, right? The Lego is. How much would it be to buy the figures? And
a minifigure is £2.50 on its own.
What?
Just a minifigure.
A Scooby-Doo minifigure.
Yeah, or any minifigure.
Okay, so 2 minifigures, £5.
Yeah.
How much for two little vehicles? Wait, do you get two? You do get 2 vehicles in the level pack.
They're probably about 8 quid if you'd buy them separately. A mini vehicle like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much the chips are worth. The little bases.
Yeah, you
and
think
whatever,
about that.
And then
so
the actual content.
250, £5.
And a little open world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess. But it's too expensive.
Either way, it's going to take over. He's going to take over the world.
Yeah.
It is, and it's going to take over this office as well.
Yeah, it's already taken over our world.
Yeah. So we're going to be streaming that more and more and more, and doing more videos.
Yeah.
So we're going to do level pack videos tomorrow. I think me and Mr. Bradley will have to do them. As Mr. Walker's not in, he is off playing video game.
I am. I'm playing a video game.
But yeah, like, all our cameras set up now. It's all nice, so we can do like streams without the audience.
We've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, we have. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That wraps up episode 3240 of the XBA and PST podcast.
Yes.
And Vidcast. Thank you very much, Mr. Walker.
Thank you very much. I'm going to go eat my Snickers bar. I've been eyeing it up.
Awesome. Thanks for that.
That's right.
Everybody really wants to know that.
They do. Snickers. Oh, can't wait.
Awesome. And thank you very much, Mr. Bradley.
Thank you.
Awesome. We will see you next week. We're going to be doing these every week until Lee is out of the office having children. Well, he isn't actually having
child.
One. Although, it's due in like a month, right?
October the 21st, so and it's a she, not an it.
Sorry. Wow.
You got a name yet?
Yep.
You have?
Yep.
Go on.
I'm not telling you.
Come on.
No, we need to see it first.
Okay. So it isn't it. But yeah, thank you very much, folks, for joining us. That was episode 3240, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
See you. Bye.